Time now for your forewarned weather.
All right, let's get a look at your forewarned weather forecast with Seth Sanders. Seth, I got to say, I was walking my dog early this afternoon, and it was like the perfect, I know everyone's getting ready for winter, and everyone wants the snowman and Santa Claus, but it was the perfect like fall day this early afternoon.
Yeah, it was the perfect fall day. We're actually, fortunately, going to have a whole lot more of perfect weather for the remainder of the week, apart from one weather element, and that's this haze that's sticking around. This is a view from Ensign Peak just a few hours ago. Obviously not current, but as the sun went down, that haze really started to become noticeable. That's thanks to an inversion, and it's making for really kind of poor air quality. Right now, it's in the moderate, and it's going to stay as a code yellow for the next 3 days at least, probably even longer than that. So if you're sensitive to poor air quality, you're going to want to make sure that you limit your time outside. So what is an inversion? Well, let's make this short. What it is when a layer of warm air gets trapped between the really cold air aloft and cooler air near the surface. The colder air isn't able to rise anymore. The warm air acting as a cap, trapping all that particulate matter and the smog and pollution. Not a great combination. And unfortunately, we don't have any rain to help filter all that out anywhere, not even anywhere in the West. I'm not just talking Utah. The whole West is looking dry right now. Okay, temperatures are dropping. We're at 30 degrees here in Salt Lake. We have a lot of 20s across the state, down I-15, a few teens as well. St. George is sitting at 40 degrees. So low 30s will hold on for about another hour or so before we drop into the 20s in the early morning. And that 28 degrees holds on through about 8 o'clock, and then it warms up to 32 as the sun gets a little bit higher in the sky, with clear skies holding on all night long. But on your morning commute, you might want to bundle up just a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at the big picture here. So we have this high pressure in place, and it's keeping things very quiet here. It acts kind of as a storm block. We do have a system that's trying to make its way off the coast of California, and that's going to flick a little bit of moisture up into the Beehive State, but it's not going to be enough for any rain. We're just looking at partly cloudy skies for the most part on your Monday and Tuesday. That high pressure builds in for the midweek, and that haze is just holding on strong, but this high pressure is going to retrograde back to the west, and we could see it open up the door for a more northerly flow, which could drop temperatures ever so slightly. I'm talking a degree or two, and it'll hopefully clear out some of that haze. But if you don't want to wait till Friday, you could just get up to the higher elevations and get out of the inversion haze. It's not going to be a bad day to get up and hit the slopes tomorrow. We're looking at temperatures in the 20s and 30s for your mountains with clear skies. So make sure you hit those slopes this weekend if you can. Our regional forecast for tomorrow calls for 40s across the state with a couple 50s. Okay, I'm going to zoom this in because I want to show you something kind of interesting here. You notice temperatures along the Wasatch Front are in the low to mid 40s, but on the Wasatch back, they're about the same temperatures, if not even higher. Heber City topping out at 48 degrees tomorrow, which is a much higher elevation than what we have here on the Wasatch Front. So that inversion really doing its job. We have 40s in central Utah as well, and then as we bring it down to southern Utah, there's going to be increasing cloud coverage, but mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies are what we have on deck for tomorrow. St. George will be topping out at about 56 degrees tomorrow. All right, St. George warms up to 60 degrees for your Monday, and there is not a whole lot of variation in temperatures. Temperatures will be between 60 and 62 degrees next week with really nice conditions. The Wasatch Front also looking nice apart from that haze. It's going to be 45 degrees tomorrow for Salt Lake City. Not a whole lot of variation, warming up to 46 on your Monday. And the coldest day will be Friday at 44 degrees, lows in the 20s. So, hey, not too bad out there. I'll take it. Just avoid the haze. Jordan, over to you.